here. Can't see my 86 inches behind my big head.
Welcome to the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. Get ready for episode number 65 of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast as we welcome the young lightweight sensation tearing up the Midwest professional wrestling scene, Shrapnel. We thank all of you joining us for tonight's episode of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. Before we get underway, we pay honor, tribute, and respect to the greatest nation in the world as we play our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for that ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets right there, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Tuesday night, which is, we're still trying to get our familiar settings here with getting used to Tuesday nights now here of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast, being shown here to you live here on Facebook and, of course, on YouTube. And I am Rough Cut Rick Ruby here. And to the right of your screen is the man that holds down the fort whenever GQ is basically driving me crazy, and that's the Gem City Mouth Zmiz. What's going on, my friend?
What's up, my dude? Not bad.
Shoot, man. I mean, we've had a busy weekend here in the last weekend here, based in the professional wrestling world, or otherwise sports entertainment as well. But which we will get to on that. But how are you feeling, man? After this past weekend?
I am actually beat up right now. Like, there was a point today that I almost called you. Was like, bro, I'm not gonna make it. I have a severe sinus cold headache going on, but I've been napping and I feel good. And let's get this show going and let's have some fun with our dude.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. That's exactly what we do. Shoot. So we're going to be opening up the phones here after we've gotten our opening segment underway, because we may be having a special guest call in here. And I meant to tell you that here, Z, when we were kind of collaborating with somebody who wanted to throw in about 10 ideas in about 5 minutes when we were trying to meet up. So, you know.
We need to have this person. Can you give us a minute? We're just trying to get our shit back together.
Shut up, damn it. No.
We need this person. We're second week back, bro. Calm down.
It's all good, man. But no, we welcome everybody here, and trust me, we can see your comments here. We know we definitely have viewers here. We do thank you for tuning in tonight. Do want to remind you here, though, if you haven't done it already and you're viewing, we have 2 pages here. Our official YouTube channel, which we're streaming right now. If you search for Falls Count everywhere, anything on the live feed, go ahead and find that and subscribe to that channel. Also, make sure you're liking the Facebook page. We greatly appreciate everything that you do here to kind of support us. Like I said, it's a free stream. You know, we don't ask for anything. We're not charging you stars to make a comment or anything. We want interaction here. We foot the bill on this right now. So unless we get a big star, then we're going to be calling for sponsors. So I'm just saying.
We need sponsors. We'll take a sponsor. You want to sponsor us? We'll take you.
Heck yeah, man.
Right our ways. Yeah.
Dude, we got time. We got time and everything to advertise businesses across here. Well, let's work out a deal. And if you want to do that, hey, fallscount@gmail.com. Let's work out a deal. Send me an email. And we'll get things going here. I got no shame in my game. I don't care what anybody else says. You know, and we'll work out a deal. You know, hey, I'm totally up for that. So let's start off with the Elimination Chamber here. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll start off with the Chamber here, because then we're gonna, there's some local shows that are around the area here in the Midwest that are going to be happening here within the next 2 weeks or so. So we're going to get that. We'll let you know about that here. Mr. Alan Williams is here joining and watching us with us tonight live. Like I say, if you got a question or anything that you want to pop up in here, if it's something pertaining to the content or something that we feel that we can't answer during the show, definitely let us know. Post up the question here. We'll definitely address it here for you. But around 8:25, 8:30, we plan to have Shrapnel on board here, and I'm going to make sure I'm sending a reminder text to make sure he gets on the feed. Make sure that everything is good here. So, but let's kind of dig into over this past weekend with the WWE Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. I would have to say, though, I'm kind of surprised that it was kind of a good entertaining spectacle. And I'll tell you what, WWE really puts out for the citizens of Saudi Arabia, and I'll tell you, fireworks about over half the show, though. It's like their WrestleMania almost. Anytime you do a pay-per-view over there, especially a featured WWE pay-per-view over there, not just something specially for them, but basically take a basic pay-per-view like Elimination Chamber. And then
it's a premier event, Ruby. A premier event.
Yeah,
I keep getting yelled at on We Talk Wrestling about that it's premier event. No, it's a pay-per-view. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You can't just change the name of something and be like, it's something else. No, it's the same thing. Fly kite. Continue. Sorry.
It's all right. Little pet peeve, shall we? Here we go. We're on our way. Here we go. So I was kind of surprised they kicked off with Roman and Goldberg, and apparently sources after that whole event was saying that I think that was eventually Goldberg's last match. I mean, first off, do you really believe that? If that's really Goldberg's last match, I mean, do you think really WWE would want to pull him in again? I mean, especially at his age, he's like what, 55 now. The man's done enough. I mean, the match was about 6 minutes, and Roman went over. Obviously, but it was a simple match. It's something that wasn't too drastic, but it was something that's basically for the oohs and ahs of the audience to get over, chanting Goldberg but Did you ever catch that match at all?
I think it's funny. No, I didn't even watch Saudi Arabia. I'm not gonna watch it. I don't. No.
Oh, gotcha.
I've been watching Monday Night Raw on third-party things so that I can somehow keep them away from getting ratings because I'm tired of WWE and their shenanigans. They make me happy, and then it just doesn't go anywhere. Makes me sad. So, I hope this is Goldberg's last time because maybe it'll make excuse for them to, if Vince McMahon hires Goldberg back for another match, I'm going to be so pissed because guys like Keith Lee and all them were too old to be in his promotion. And that will upset me.
True. Well,
just saying, man.
Right. Well, let me just say that you missed let's just kind of skip around here because the women's elimination chamber, which I didn't get. I watched it halfway through, but it almost seemed like that they only had one pin for that match once everybody was out, and of course Bianca, the last one now. Bianca goes over. Bianca goes on to face Becky Lynch, which Becky and Lita had a solid match. I mean, like I said, it was solid, but you knew, and all realistically,
why are fans mad?
What?
Why are fans mad that Bianca Belair won? Why?
That's the thing. I don't understand.
Not 6 months ago, we were all bitching about her losing the title in 29 seconds or something at SummerSlam, and now you're mad that she won the Elimination Chamber match.
I don't. Someone explain that to me. You're mad that she lost to Becky Lynch in 29 seconds at SummerSlam, but now you're mad because now she's going on to face Becky at WrestleMania this year. So it's you can't make a fan happy. You can't make some of these WWE fans happy. Or I should say WWE Universe members happy because,
It's ridiculous. And it makes sense. I can't wait. This is one of the real reasons I'm going to watch WrestleMania is this match. I wanted to see. I was mad that Bianca and Becky did not get a solid 15, 20-minute match. Those women could tear up a match probably. That's just my opinion. And we didn't get to see it. Now we're going to get to see it on the grandest stage of them all. And everybody's like, oh, God, Bianca Belair won. What? Liv Morgan had a great run at not winning the title. It was what it was meant to do. You guys are going to want to see it even more. And when she finally does and the right bad guy she gets involved with, you're orgasmic. Yeah. Watch the ride. Shut up.
Right. Just kind of sit back, enjoy the ride, and see where it takes you, But the men's elimination chamber was solid. Of course, sources knew that Bobby Lashley was hurt going into the match with his shoulder. But then the way he went out, the way he said that he got a concussion, he's under concussion protocol, Bobby barely tapped his head on the freaking plexiglass. So I don't know so that was bad. That was a bad story. They should have just said that he just couldn't not continued because he got carried out. But Brock came in at the end, eliminated all four guys. But I'll tell you what, that F5 that he threw Austin Theory off the top of the pot, man, that was he took kind of a weird landing. I mean, he hit his feet first, but it still kind of looked kind of weird. But man, you should have seen Brock just spider that cage going after Theory at the top. That was sick. That was scary, dude.
That's what I've heard, and I want to see it, and I'll probably find videos. But hey, from what I read, because I've read the whole event, I sat down and read from somebody's perspective of watching it, and it seemed like a good show. So I'm not gonna knock it for something I haven't seen. But in my standoff look at it, Austin Theory was the MVP of the Elimination Chamber for not only for that bump. I don't know how big or grand it was or how goofy it looked, but that's awesome. The selfies alone with him and Bobby Lashley and him and Matt Riddle, I love it. I love the gimmick. I love the selfie-ness.
The one he had with Lashley about cracked me up because Lashley wanted no part of it. Priceless.
There's another image. The photos, by the way, from Elimination Chamber. Whoever's taking the photos backstage with WWE for their books, their magazines, etc., whatever it may be, holy cow. the photo of Brock Lesnar standing in that chamber, jumping back and forth. I don't know who he was looking at. If it was like Riddle or somebody, like holy, I will have to refine this photo and send it to you, dude. It is such a baller photo. Like the art form is there, and it's just awesome. Like,
nice, yeah. But no, I mean, it was a decent, solid match, between all 6 guys, and kind of disappointed not to see the Viking Raiders and that they couldn't continue between the Attack of the Usos, which it was okay, but it wasn't that strong to where the Raiders were supposed to be wiped out. The whole tag match with Sonya and Charlotte, Naomi and Ronda, it was okay. I mean, it's like basically, to me, it's a filler. I mean, Ronda will start getting over when she I don't know. Ronda had her thrill when she first came in, but now she's coming back. It's like, how do you take Ronda Rousey now? It's like you don't need. I mean, obviously, I think she's probably going to be taking the belt off of Charlotte. I think so. And how long she's going to have a run I don't think she's going to have a long run at all as SmackDown champ after she wins the WrestleMania. That's what I'm predicting anyway. But other than that, I mean, it was okay. I mean, it was I definitely want to spend my evening at it. So it was a good thing. It came on at 11 o'clock in the morning, and I only watched, it only lasted just shy of 3 hours. So I'm glad it didn't go no 4 because it didn't need to go 4. So it just like Raw doesn't need to go 3 hours, it needs to go 2. It's just like same as SmackDown. There's nothing special about Raw. You need to have it for 3 hours. That's ridiculous. Get it back down.
I fell asleep.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why I fall asleep on Monday nights. It's like I get to watch Raw, on VCR or DVR or whatever. I said VCR. It shows how old my ass is. But freaking, it's my natural melatonin. Just watch Raw. But I mean, Raw was. But I'll tell you what. Let's jump to Raw real quick though. I really feel bad for your boy. I really do. I really, really do.
Logan Paul's good shit, bro.
Oh, come on. Really? No. Logan Paul does not need to belong in the wrestling ring anywhere that's reputable for wrestling. Obviously. Can you imagine some of these guys in the back that are busting their ass? They're like, I got to give up my spot for this douche nozzle? Really? I mean, I'm not a fan of the Pauls at all. Jake or Logan. I don't give a damn. Those guys, whatever.
I can't stand them.
I mean, it's like a douche city all over again. It's like now the Miz. It's like, God, bring Morrison back or bring somebody. Just
it's
Paul.
I mean, I can't say that because I like Bad Bunny. I was hoping he'd win the Rumble.
Oh God, Bad Bunny Rumble.
Bad Bunny has respect for.
Yeah. And then I keep hearing rumors about somebody floating around in the back and maybe someone making an appearance, and I've hung his shirt up here tonight. And I'm still hearing rumors about that.
So it's funny that rumor is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So if anyone knows, when you go to live events, okay, there's one shirt at every major live event that is a teaser that is designed to make you start questioning. Okay.
Yeah. So
it came out. Shirt. It came out prior to Monday night that there's a Stone Cold Columbia shirt. Well, at the Royal Rumble, there was a Stone Cold Royal Rumble STL shirt. Like these motherfuckers, if they don't deliver on Stone Cold, I'm gonna be one salty motherfucker.
It's like, why? I mean, holy crap, but it is what it is. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. There's a couple matches. It's just if KO, I mean, if Stone Cold comes back to face KO at WrestleMania, I mean, that's probably the place to do it right there in Dallas, Texas. Once Stone Cold, where he started everything, even with World Class and USWA, wherever, either just put the safe deposit box key somewhere where you can't find it. Just let this be the last one for Stone Cold if it happens.
The best thing about this, like if it is true and we do get it, like be still my beating heart kind of thing, because Kevin Owens is really kind of like that. I'm gonna say it, that keyboard Mark Warrior esque wrestler. Like that's who my generation all got behind. Well, I don't know, because I gap pretty big of generations of favorite wrestling, but like the generation below me, them guys like or like in me, because I followed Kevin Owens all through ROH, all through PWG, all everything. So like huge Kevin Owens fan. Sami Zayn, I love those two guys for that reason. But to also see him potentially, or just the thought, getting to face Stone Cold, which both men have said multiple times that they respect the artwork of each man's wrestling ability and skills in the ring. So like they're already both fans of each other. Like the painting these two men could do for us in that canvas could be arguably one of the greatest things ever.
Yeah, very good. I mean, you could have picked a better guy than Kevin Owens to work with Austin, because
no, you are so wrong on that. Kevin Owens is amazing.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying he's the best guy. That's what I meant to say. He's the best guy for it. No, I didn't say better.
I was about to roll you. I was gonna be like,
"Oh no!"
I'm gonna kick you in the shin next to my seat.
No, I'm not dissing Kevin at all. No, I'm hyped for it if it happens. I really
this
am.
Liar gimmick thing, this persona that Kevin's making over the lying.
Yeah.
What? It's like it's watching Chris Jericho bring up something that I knew. It's watching Stone Cold make the what chant famous. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, it's beautiful. It's great. Like, one little thing.
Right. Well, I'll just say, that's because I could have sworn, they teased this main event with Seth and KO against RK Bro. You're thinking, well, could Austin come out at the end? That's what I was thinking. I was waiting for it. And then, of course, nothing, fade to black. I'm like, damn it. They didn't do nothing. So
I think we're going to get closer. Like, maybe 1-2 more weeks we find out. I can't wait to see who, like, Edge's promo. Edge can talk. Just sucks you into the TV. But Edge's promo about him being phenomenal and living for, like, AJ Styles versus Edge, bring it.
All right. Yeah, so here's what I want to... So we're going to move off of WWE, and here we're going to mention a couple things here, and you're probably not going to like this, but I'm going to share it anyway. Here we go. This guy was in town around the St. Louis area with Jeff Hardy at the Diamond Music Hall with a musical performance.
I hope he got lost.
But for those who are not familiar with the area, St. Peter's is 30 miles west of downtown St. Louis. But that's where he had his performance. And apparently, I've actually heard confirmed from a few sources that were actually there. He actually did make an announcement that on March 9th, Jeff Hardy goes all elite. So
who cares?
But some people do wonder about Jeff Hardy. That's why I've got to get it out there.
Although being the elite this week, so they do their little pod webisodes, right, on Being the Elite on YouTube. This week's episode, they forced Matt Hardy to get a drug test because he's being erratic behavior. Oh my god, it was gold. It was fun.
So for those who are wondering here, so Jeff Hardy, so watch Dynamite in 2 weeks from this week. So you got 2 more weeks from tomorrow, March 9th. You look for Jeff Hardy to make an appearance. Now will be
if Tony Khan pays this off as the greatest sign ever, like, get the fuck out of here. Shut up. Yeah. Stop talking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. Tony Khan needs to kind of let the hype build itself.
I think the same people that got fucking Donald Trump banned from Twitter should fucking help ban Tony Khan. Because the dude needs to stop talking.
Oh, man.
Like, he tweets way too much about a promotion.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. But speaking of promotions here,
Ooh, nice
you've
segue.
had some work with these guys this past weekend with
Yes, I did.
IEW.
I did make my return to a warm return, which I was very surprised about. Uh, very warm return to IEW. It was so good to sit next to Guido and Matthew and call a new year of wrestling.
There you go. So IEW returned, and I will say that there was some history made on two things. I don't think we're going to get one part of that history on the phone here tonight, but one is we have a new IEW Midwest champion in uh,
Yes.
rather charming Bradley Stevens III, which you better not get too excited about that because our guests are trying to have to let them know to see if they're ready to come on. But Shrapnel was in that match, and of course, the Tom Star Tommy Davis was defending the title.
Yes.
Tommy
Yes.
Davis was not
Yes.
involved in that pinfall, so he'll have a argument, I'm sure, to say about that. But I never would have thought on the other part of history here, Douglas O'Shea is now everybody's favorite in IE. All the fans' favorite in IEW now, and PYT is the ultimate heels in IEW. No one likes play. So apparently they got the chaos, of course, helped along with it, but we got the crowd chanting O'Shea rules. And I never would have thought I never would have thought to see O'Shea as a face. So it's something different for me. I sat there and watched it happen, and I was like, okay, it is what it is, right? So, um, but yeah, your thoughts on the entire event?
It was a blast. I am very sad to see my friends fight and one of my friends get his butt kicked, and then help that dirty, skimy, scuzzy chaos out and save him from getting his butt kicked later on. So I still love Doug, but that makes me feel dirty that he went against our friends in PYT. But he's gonna get what he deserves. He's gonna get what he deserves.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Well, it's. Well, speaking of which, here, I mean, you had to go. I mean, in a packed house too. Actually, in Granite City, you guys had to keep pulling
Packed
chairs
house.
before the bell sounded. So, very impressive showing with IEW and their turnout. And Chaos is still the champions. The Midwest Mercenaries, though, I will say, very ballsy move on their announcement of of the real WPW Tag Team Champions. Oh my
Hey,
god!
they said it. Proof's in the pudding, I think.
Yeah, proof is in the pudding. So, uh, but yeah, it's crazy. So let's get back to I'm going to get back to my screen here. I'm sorry, I took down the tab and well, wait a minute. Here we go. Oh yeah, here we go. Because we got some shows coming up. So this coming Saturday, February
Hey, there's a
26th.
giant coffin.
Yeah, there. Oh man, if you guys have not seen it yet, make sure to go to Facebook, find American Championship Wrestling. You should see all these promos that have been done with this casket. It's incredible. But featured match, of course, is a casket match with Brian James versus the Brewhouse Shaman. And of course, Guy Smith will be defending his title. This is at the Knights of Columbus in Cuba, Missouri this Saturday. Doors open at 5, bell times at 7. Of course, all tickets are $5 for that. And yours truly will be in attendance at that show. In what capacity? You'll have to find out. Next week, Friday, March 4th, Dynamo Pro Wrestling presents their live event at the Arnold Legals Club, 1725 Jeffco Boulevard. And it looks like $10 in advance, $15 at the door, $5 for the kids, ages 5 and 11. And I'm not sure if bell time's at 7:30, and I'm sure probably doors open at 6:30. So you can get your tickets there through Ticket Gleep and looking through Dynamo Pro there. And Saturday, March 5th, IEW presents Above and Beyond back at Bogart's in Jacksonville. Doors open at 5, bells at 6. Advanced tickets for adults $10 at the door, $12. Kids $5. Kids 5 and under get in free. Be kind of interesting to see how O'Shea turns out at the event. To see if we're going to still hear some more O'Shea rules on that. So hold on one second here. I've actually just accidentally hit my microphone. And I got to send a message to somebody since we're running behind. So apparently our
what? We're running behind.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, I messaged them, and then I accidentally hit my microphone for like voice to text, and I've written like about 4 paragraphs as I'm announcing here. So now I'm trying to erase it. So I'm sending them all this, and I'm still erasing.
Just send him the whole thing. Put at the bottom, P.S. Don't read it all.
There you go. Select all, erase. There you go. I should have done that. I'm such a moron. Oh my God. Lord help me.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh my gosh. I'm just here we go. I think we're ready though. I think we are ready. So yeah, I just wanted to show those events out here, and we will have more come next week, but we're gonna stop sharing that screen here now. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time to bring on our featured guest of the evening. Of course, he's been wrestling in about 5 years in the industry. And of course, he is being wanted all across the Midwest with multiple promotions, but he's already traveled 5 states and wrestling in 10 promotions itself. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I give you the light heavyweight sensation known as Shrapnel. If I can find the fake applause, because I can't clap myself. There we go. There we go.
What's up, guys?
Shrapnel,
What's up, buddy?
On, buddy?
Nothing much.
Hey, man, I want to take the time to thank you for jumping on here and joining us, me and Z. Of course, we saw you back here last Saturday in a gallant effort to try to become the Midwest champion, but apparently it wasn't to be. But hey, with every it's only failure if you don't get back up and try again. So it's just a loss, but hey, get out there and try again. But you've had success in your young career, man. But we're going to get to that here in just a short bit. But how are things going for you here tonight?
It's going all right, just had what I do on my daily routines and stuff, but it's going good.
Excellent, man. And like I said, I mean, I've actually known you here for about at least maybe 4, almost maybe 3.5, 4 years. If I had to, going back to our days in Evansville and the guys, of course, in Kansas City, which you were around Kansas City at that time. We're going to get to that here in a short minute, but I will say, man, I'm just the matches I've seen you in here within the last few months. I mean, my goodness, I mean, you're putting in a lot of effort. I mean, you're just you're giving a lot of good moves, but yeah, you're taking a lot of moves that just really impact you. And I'm surprised with your frame and your size, you're just bouncing right back up like a young buck and just coming right back at him, man. So
he is a young buck.
Yeah. Give him the gear. Give him the gear. Oh yeah, that's. By the way, here, Shrapnel, if you can see Z's background here, he's got the Pro Wrestling Channel on Pluto playing right now. And I forgot to put the super kick counter up there because all these promotions that are up there will throw super kick after super kick. So.
Yeah.
What am I doing wrong?
Oh, you don't have it? Did you turn it off?
What?
Last week you had the Pro Wrestling Channel from Pluto up there.
I did, but
super kick each other.
Yeah, I did. I'm listening to Spotify wrestling theme songs. To be exact, I'm a nerd.
No, because you're a nerd. There we go. There we go. Apparently, Corey saw settled down a Shrapnel, and Shrapnel was wrestling El Diablo last month and the Soto for ACW. So yeah, like I say, you've been around quite a few for quite a few promotions for as long as you've been in the business, man. And it's people are pulling you left and right. But we're gonna dig right in, and I'll tell you what, I'm gonna put the number up on here. Like I said, if anybody's got a question in the chat room for Shrapnel, we'll definitely try to get to it. For those who want to call in, our phone number is scrolling across the bottom here. 314-764-5540 for those who want to call in. We do have the phone lines open and ready to go, and we will try to get you on, and you can talk or even ask us a question. So so we're going to go ahead here with I've actually got because I've got your entire recipe that you sent me here, but what I want to know here is how did your love for the professional wrestling business start? Like, who got you started watching wrestling, and who were your favorite wrestlers to watch when growing up watching wrestling?
Well, I've been watching wrestling ever since I was a little kid. Like, my mom, one day I saw it on TV and just fell in love with it, and I think some of the people that actually get me to fall in love with the art of wrestling one has to be the late great Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Him and Rey Mysterio. Like, I used to love watching them. Like, I used to have the Rey Mysterio DVD, the 3-part DVD. And I loved watching him in Halloween Havoc against Juice and Thunder Liger and WCW and all those. Like, I went back, I did my homework. Like, you have to if you want to be a professional wrestler. You got to know how it started and who's there. But yeah, Eddie, Ray, Triple H, Shawn Michaels for sure too. Undertaker. Edge. I love the Taker and Mankind or Cactus Jack. What was it? The King of the Ring one, man. I loved it. I went back and watched that multiple times. They just blend it so well together inside the squared circle, So
yeah, and what I like, I love asking this question because I know your age, and I know obviously, how far apart in our age gap between me and you are, knowing who I watched growing up, who you're watching growing up, and as far as watching with their contrasted styles. But yeah, you're basically watching, from the Attitude Era on up, and even maybe even below if you're going ECW between, with Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, maybe even.
Rey Mysterio, Psychosis, ECW all day long.
Right.
Even the Sabu and Ray match, where he put him through the table on the guardrail and the ring apron. I love that. Loved it.
Man. Yeah, I mean, to get some good cruiserweight action, like I say, you want to watch the entire, years from 96 to 98 of WCW.
Yeah, I loved it.
For every show, especially with Nitro, with their pay-per-views, those guys were putting everything on the line there. And I think probably one of the better matches that Rey Mysterio had when he was younger was against Psychosis at Bash at the Beach in '96. Psychosis was throwing his body around just going for everything, going for broke on every move, and it was just incredible.
Those two were magic in the ring.
Oh man, those guys! I
mean, Liz Mark Jr. is still my favorite cruiserweight, but
Liz Mark Jr. What about Super Calo? Super Califragilistic Spidalodocious. I mean,
Liz Mark was the bomb, though.
Yeah, I get you, man. But definitely contrast the styles, and it's good to hear, who's watching who when they're growing up. But I mean, I can understand you just watching, but going back and doing homework, if you're looking for light heavyweight, you're looking for cruiserweights, and and of course, where you can watch, definitely with chain wrestling moves and everything else,
Yeah.
So, there's definitely some great footage out there that goes back even a little bit further. So,
Well, then that's why you watch Eddie Guerrero, because he's the best of both.
right, exactly. See what you got for our guest, man.
So as we grow up, we overcome challenges and throughout our ages and stuff. Not a lot of wrestling artists knows about your physical challenges you had to inquire. Go ahead and explain some of that and like what you had to go through at a young age to get to this point to be so athletic and stuff.
Well, let's start back when I was just a little kid, I had clubbed feet, so that's where I walked on the top of my foot. I had to have reconstructive surgery on both feet multiple times actually. So that was hard, growing up. I was told probably wouldn't be able to play sports or do any activities of such, but with hard work and dedication, you can do whatever you put your mind to. So
after all those major surgeries and to correct your feet, and was there any point where the athletics activities were just null and void? How did you combat that overcoming to really become? Because man, I saw you do a backflip at IWE show and land on your feet out of a move. Like, how did we get that shrapnel off of that devastation of your feet being crippled?
I had some good doctors that actually helped out. Like, I actually went to, I had to work at Shriners, so, they actually helped me out a lot.
Shout out.
So yeah. And I think I had my final surgeries about 12 or 13, I would want to say. But on that final surgery, after that, the doctor came back and he told me anywhere from the ages of 20 to 25, I might need another surgery. So, it might happen. We don't know yet. So I'll keep everyone updated as it happens if I need it. But right now, it's looking like I don't need something right now. So, but I've always, I played sports. When I was younger, I did baseball a lot. And then I moved into football. But I've always loved watching wrestling. So then I started wrestling at the age of 16 going on 17. So.
Wow. So you started watching like when you were like, in your teens, and you didn't real because I guess wrestling, because I'm kind of interested, I guess it was kind of going off the cuff on this one. So before you started watching wrestling, was there any strong hobbies that you thought you might wanted to do when you got older before you even thought about wrestling?
I've been watching wrestling ever since I was a little kid. Like I said, since like the age of 4 or 5, I want to say, maybe even younger than that. But I knew I loved wrestling, and that's what I wanted to do. Because when I was just a little kid, I would always run around the house built with the couch cushions on the floor, the pillows and blankets, just in the middle of the hardwood floor, outside in the grass, wherever I could. Jumping here, there, everywhere, and just, but I've always loved it. But I did have a really big passion for football at one time. I wanted to play football, but then I played it for about a year, and then I realized that it's not what I really wanted to do. So after football, I didn't do any other sports until I joined wrestling. So
yeah. Well, it's kind of good, at least to try at least something out. Like with me, the athletes, like I started watching wrestling when I was 8, but I was always in baseball, softball, football, basketball. I mean, anything just to trying to keep my athleticism up, especially with weightlifting. I was in that too. And whenever the time came and I had my calling, I mean, I didn't get my calling till like when I was 21 years old, but still, I went right in. And I guess it's something I've always wanted to do, but I knew that it would have been nice to make a career out of it, but I definitely know I wouldn't have not had the all the stories and everything to go around different states, to share those, intimate I mean, I say intimate, but basically stories that no one else can really tell that that's really on the major scene. Some just jump right into the major scene without not having that much experience, but it's very few that do that. But yeah, man, that's excellent. So, when you're getting your chance here, how did you get your chance to get involved into the wrestling into the wrestling business? And then right after that, who trained you and taught you your ring basics?
Well, so I got in through I actually was I was 16 going on 17, like I said, when I first started, and like I've always wanted to do it. I would tell my mom, my dad, even my grandma. I would always tell them, "Hey, when I grow up, that's what I'm going to do." Watching WWE and all TNA and whatever else I was watching at the time. Tell them, "Hey, when I grow up, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a professional wrestler." And but then around 16, 17, around that time, uh, a local place in Raytown in Missouri, where I used to live. My parents took me down to this place called XWC, the Extreme Wrestling Center. It was ran by David Catton and Jude Hook, Adam Hook. Apologies, but went in there, had to pass a training, like a training camp, sort of, I would say.
Yeah.
And then had to have parent consent because I wasn't 18 yet. So got in there, but yeah, I was trained. So I got in there, trained there, and I was trained, like I said, by David Catton, Adam Hook, one of their wrestlers, the top wrestlers at the time. His name was the Marksman.
Yeah.
Juno Granger. He was a big part of my success. So was Aaron Clay and Hollister Rowe.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's who I came up training with and stuff like that. Even at the time, she started 2 weeks ahead of me. Cameron Burnett right now.
Yeah.
In NXT. Congratulations to her. Hats off, for real. Like, I loved working with her. I got the chance to actually go in and do moves and help her with a lot of stuff, and she helped me too. So, can't wait to see her again. But
yeah, I know. Yeah, like you said, it's and I'll interject with another story before Z gets onto his next bit of business. But me with an upstart and me just getting into the promotion game, and I come across this group of guys in Kansas City, Juno Granger being one of the guys who reached out in my ad, and then next thing you know, he's pulling other guys here with you being one of them.
mm-hmm.
And I remember working you and Juno in a handicap match.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was
yeah. So hopefully I didn't kill you too bad.
Wait a minute, you didn't just squish that chicken figure? Like, god dang, there's nothing to him. There's everything to you.
Yeah, but I mean, Juno was he's a fairly he can pass for a lightweight. For he was actually the first OCW junior heavyweight champion, I believe, if I remember correctly. And then he was coming along down, and Cameron Burnett, I believe, was coming down twice, which by the way is now known as Amari Miller in NXT. Mm-hmm. So and I'm glad that she took her passion to the next level and has actually made it. Real quick here, Z. I think there's no longer 205 Live. It's now NXT Level Up. Is that the show replacing that?
NXT Level Up. Like, every time I hear it, I just think of Mario getting bigger.
Yeah, me too. It's like, dude, he's talking.
I just ruined WWE show before we got started. Every time you see that, if it doesn't end with doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, it's gonna be terrible.
Yeah. But like I said, we wish the best for success. Whether it changes her, as a personality, but you can't really think about that because she's really done. Real quick on that, she's made the work. She's put out the work herself. She's at that level now. she already knows where she comes from. She knows her roots. But the thing is, if they're there now, they gotta ride that ride as long as they can to carry out the level of success, because then it's going to propel them in the independents later on, if and when her time has come. So best of luck to her. Go. Definitely wish her the well. And I was glad to work with her too. I've actually got got to deal with her a couple times. She's nothing but a sweetheart and professional, and definitely best of wishes for her. But Z, I'm done babbling.
So we're talking about all done talking about all of that, and let's talk about. So you had all these great men and some great women help mold you in the art of wrestling and stuff. Who was and how many? What memories do you have of your first match? Like, who was part of it? How did it go down? Like,
who was part of my first match? Well, my first match happened to be 2 months, like 2 months or so after I started training. It was me in a tag match with my tag partner at the time, Hollister. He was my tag partner, and we faced who did we face at that time? It was I want to say I'm blanking right now, but I'm blanking hard right now.
I mean, I did it when I was trying to ask you the question, so I feel bad.
Yeah, I'm blanking really hard. But it was for KCXW at the time, and it was a tag match. I remember that. And when I got in there, adrenaline's running. It's my first show in front of a live crowd. My only thought running through my head is, I'm gonna freeze. I'm just gonna freeze up. I'm gonna be still. But with Hollis in my corner helping me and guiding me to get through it all, it really helped. So, but yeah, I got in there, and unfortunately, I took the pin for the team and lost the match. Then afterwards, I do remember Hollis beating me up. Oh, yeah.
I kind of feel you on the days thing. I don't know how Ruby. So I don't wrestle. I just talk smack on the mic and stuff, and maybe do a segment here for who needs a promo and help with that and what stuff. Interview. That's what I was trying to get. See, brain fart. But I do an interview here. So when I did my first interview, I remember where I did it. It was in Alton, Illinois, for Sid Holland and P.T. Beckham over the RCW United States Champion, whatever Illinois is. I can't remember what the title was called. It's too many letters to do with it. But if it wouldn't be for the fact that was on tape, I honestly don't remember what was said during that promo. So I feel you on not knowing who was on the other side of the ring, actually.
Yeah, I brain farted hard, and I still can't remember, but I do know Hollister is my tag partner, and him beat me up afterwards. I do remember that. How can you forget?
Right?
Apparently that's what stands out of your most about my match. Yeah, my partner basically kind of wiped me clean. So
yeah, pretty much.
Well, it's always a rookie's fault. So, in this business, it's always the rookie's fault.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
Wow. So, I know you kind of maybe 2 months in, which is actually pretty impressive. But having 2 months in and kind of taking your basics in, for your match. But as far as with all the years, you said you're very young, 4 or 5 years old, all the way up to now. So you've had at least 18 years or so watching wrestling. So from all that time, from beginning up until now, and it could be either big time, it could be independent, it could be something that just basically wowed you, something that just stuck in your mind for whatever reason. But what is the most memorable match that you've seen to date?
Most memorable match seen to date. Let's see. I think one of my most favorite matches I've ever seen, I was it was the what was that, WrestleMania 18, I want to say, the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, and the Hardys.
17.
17, I was 1 year off. Close.
Yeah.
Close.
So
I do remember that. I went back and watched that WrestleMania. I've watched every WrestleMania actually, but that was probably my favorite match.
all right.
Can I answer this
TLC
one
was
actually?
pretty dope.
This is a good question. I want to answer this one because mine's Hogan Rock.
Oh, from 18?
Yeah, that is by none.
Yeah, I do remember that now. Okay, yeah.
So I agree with him too. Like the little kid in me, totally agrees with him. But like the older wrestling fan in me, it's 100% not Stone Cold, Rock versus Hogan, and just that stare down, that the time that like literally time just froze, and you just were in awe of like these two powerhouses. It was beautiful. Best thing. That's personally my favorite thing WWE's ever done.
Yeah, that's
Not to take your thunder.
No. It's actually good to hear that because you actually make a good point because iconic figures in this business, going back from a modern era up until like the Attitude Aggression era with The Rock, and they're locking horns. They do that stare down, and Toronto's just going nuts chanting both of their names before they even lock up. I mean,
they didn't even touch, man. That place was rattling for like 5 minutes straight, and neither one of them touched.
Yeah, I mean that was just something that was definitely a one for the ages. That's for certain. I'm going to put up here a comment from Corey. It's almost kind of like with Shrapnel here. It says, Shrapnel, when are we going to see you kick Playboy Double H's ass?
Oh!
The only reason I put that up there is because Z is a big fan of PYT and Playboy, but I will say Playboy Double H and Virgil Holmes had a lot of interference in that triple threat match that he was involved in last Saturday.
There's no interference. There's no interference. No DQ. No interference happened.
It's no DQ, but it doesn't mean that interference can't
Still,
happen.
he was not involved in the match. It was between me, Tommy Davis, and Bradley Stevens III. You know,
you should have got your chicken finger butt in the way. That's all I'm saying.
Chill, God. Why call chicken finger?
Okay.
Oh God. He's probably the lightest competitor they have. Okay,
yeah,
don't hate on him for that. Oh my gosh.
It doesn't take away his greatness in the ring. I do respect what you can do, Shrapnel. So I respect that, my friend.
I'm waiting for the production of the audio to play when this match airs through IEW, and I can't wait to hear what you got to say.
I literally call him a chicken finger, and then Tommy Davis is a chicken nugget.
Call him a chicken finger. Oh God!
I'm gonna get that to stick. You wait. People are gonna be bringing in chicken finger Shrapnel posters to IEW shows. Yeah. Make it happen.
Me to sign them.
You're gonna be chanting chicken
Doug has
finger
meatloaf. Shrapnel has chicken fingers.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! Holy crap! Oh wow!
I forgot what we are now.
We're at number 6, and which has got your name by it, sir. So.
Okay. What are some notable names you've gotten to work with throughout your career, and who is your favorite wrestler to work with?
Some notable names. I had to work with. I did seminars. I did a lot of those, and I've had multiple seminars with Brutal Bob Evans. I did a seminar with Matt Cross, Son of Havoc. I did a seminar with Ronnie Nicole from New Japan. I did a seminar with the brutal Cowboy Bob Evans. Cowboy Bob Orton. My bad. I corrected myself. I got it. Who else? Let's see. I think I'm missing somebody.
Well, let's see, because I've got the list here on what you've done here. September summer. I know you've. Let's see. Well, Ricky Morton.
Yeah, Ricky Morton.
That's a good dude.
I would
Rick-
say, I'd say he was one of my favorite ones to work with. He taught me a lot.
Yeah, Ricky's good people. I saw, he was actually, down to share a locker room with him last year at Beauclair Fairgrounds, Belleville, when they came with him and Robert coming down to work the professionals. So, he was nothing but professional for me and just kicking up laughing and just joking the entire time he was in the locker room. So
I had a great time with him while I waited in Sergeant Slaughter's line to get an autograph. So much that my wife was like, "We have to get an autograph from them guys. They're awesome." My wife wanted a photo with Sergeant Slaughter, and I'm the only one that knew who the Rock and Roll Express was. My wife didn't understand. Like, she's like, "I don't know who they are," and I'm like, "They're good people. They have good matches and stuff. Not my favorite, but they're good." Ricky Morton won us over, and I'm like, "Dude, we gotta get to." We got a picture with them. Great people, great guys. Oh my god, they were so much fun to hang out with.
yeah, we got another Corey with so
Dude,
Shrapnel versus Matt Cross would steal the show. He feels.
Speaking of that, Matt Cross is one of the most underrated light heavyweights there's ever been.
Agree.
Period.
Agree.
Period. Like, I am so surprised that no major company outside of, I think, Impact has really taken Matt Cross on as a full standout. Like, the Son of Havoc stuff. Oh my god, one of my favorite wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
On the indie scenes, that is. On the indie scenes, one of my favorite wrestlers to watch was Matt Cross. Dude's amazing. He's like a Dynamite Kid a little bit.
Man, I love Dynamite Kid watching growing up here too, and I can actually see a little bit of that in him. So yeah, totally understand. Totally.
It was the first guy that he reminded me of when I saw him was Dynamite, and I was like, dude, Dynamite was the shit, and you were fucking awesome. So,
yeah. So, I don't know. Did we get his answer on who his favorite? Did he get to work one of those?
He said Ricky
guys?
Morton. Then we
Ricky
tangent
Morton
off.
was his favorite. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we tangent off.
Yeah, it's one I had to remind him of. Okay, gotcha. That is giving you trouble, man.
Shut the hell up.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. God. Sorry, God. Whatever. Moving on. So during your time in the business, which wrestling veterans have you looked up to and gotten advice from the most to help with your knowledge and respect here in the business?
Oh, like I said, Brutal Bob Evans, multiple of his seminars, helped me out a lot. He fed me some really good knowledge. He would have us do practice matches at the seminar and critique them, and loved it. He gave me some really good advice on a bunch of that. Same with Ricky Morton. Like I said, he was a big part in all that. Some other veterans that I met and got to sat down and talk to was the Animal.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, he was at a wrestling show, and I got to talk with him for like an hour and a half, just pick his brain and stuff. Loved it. Really nice, really cool guy.
Yeah.
I'd say them three have really helped. Matt Cross too, actually, now that I come to think of it again. Because I remember Matt Cross was the first seminar I've ever did. So.
Okay. Cool deal. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm sure that, some other locker room leaders that you're usually around here too, they'll usually like to help steer the way at least.
Oh yeah, especially you, Ruby.
See, Ruby hinted at that. He's like, hey, what about me, bro? What about me?
I know.
Well, I
saw
didn't get it all. I didn't see that coming.
No, you actually have. You've helped a lot. Like we said back in the day whenever you brought in Gino Granger and them, when I first came out there, you gave me my chance. You gave me that opportunity to go out and show people what I could do, and I appreciate that.
See, this one hits me home right here. Even though you pried it out and you pried it out, I'm going to give it to you for free because I feel the same way. Like you do help a lot of us young bucks, including myself, and giving me this platform to be here with everybody. So I can feel, man, I got to point the right way here. I can feel what old Shrapnel is saying there, because you are a good leader in the locker room, Ruby. So we do appreciate you. Just trust us.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm only passing knowledge on. If it was crap, I definitely would not be sharing it. So, because no one needs crap. No one likes crap. I mean,
I'll polish a turd to make it gold.
Oh.
And this dude's going to get a kick in the shin when I see him next. I am not sending anybody private messages.
No, he did not send me a private message. I will vouch for that. He did not.
Dude, it's like, come on, man. I'm not trying to send anybody messages. I will say, though, I don't know if you caught this, Shrapnel, whenever I was trying to bring you on, and I tried messaging you. I had my conversation open in Messenger, and apparently when I set the phone down, I tapped on the microphone for the voice to text, and I was trying to respond back, and I had like 5 paragraphs like spoken out.
Yeah, I was watching the show and I saw it, so I heard you say it.
I was like, oh my god.
So getting back on track, because I think it's my turn, right, Ruby?
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this can go for anything. Like, I want to know what your dream matches potentially for yourself would be, or is there any dream match out there in the world that you would like to see in the world of professional wrestling?
Oh, my dream matches. No, my dream matches. I never got to work Marksman 1-on-1 in front of a live crowd. I don't believe. I did do it before a show for like a pre-show type warm-up thing, but never in front of like an actual live crowd. Marksman's one of them people. He helped train me a lot, so I love working him. Who else? I've worked. One person right now that's actually helped me a lot. Ricky Cruz. I would love to face Ricky Cruz.
Ooh, you and Ricky I've been watching a lot of his matches. Ruby's thigh is the size of Shrapnel, so he would become Shrapnel after that. Nice leg drop, boom.
My leg's about my waist as much as Shrapnel does right now, and that's no joke.
You versus Ricky Cruz, I'm totally in for that match because I have been here lately watching a lot of Ricky's stuff.
Yeah, I would love that, man. Just like I just got to find the company to do it at. But
yeah,
him. Let's see. Who else would I want to work? There's Chris Cade. Chris Cade. I like to work Chris Cade. Who else? PT Beckham. I haven't worked him yet in a singles match.
Yeah.
That would be a fun one. I'm a big PT fan.
Yeah. I'm going to touch on a subject we mentioned earlier, Playboy, Double H,
Ooh, the call-out's been called out.
Playboy. Whenever he wants it, I'm here.
With this toothpick.
I'm here. ACW, IEW,
Yeah.
Let's make it happen, man.
Well,
he's interfered in a few of my matches now, so.
I mean, a lot of those are legitimate because they're from around the area, and they, you're still young to business. These guys are still young, or at least most of them. I know. I mean, I've been in the ring with Ricky Cruz a couple times, so, definitely, it definitely will test your skill there.
Yeah.
And here we go. I'm with the long shot, Shrapnel versus Darby Allin. Well,
I love it. I would love it.
You almost have to get that to like a AEW Dark Elevation or whatever their dark shows are.
Yeah. I mean, that's the goal is to make it big one day. That's why I'm doing this.
That'd be a crazy actual match. Like that would be a crazy match. Very, very similar styles.
That even okay, if we're going like if we're just going big names like that,
can I get Matt Sydal versus you?
Yeah. Why not? Let's do it.
I'm in for that.
I was gonna say I was gonna say Brian Danielson. You know,
Oh, going for the snake's head or the
I would-
dragon. Let's say.
I
the
would love
dragon.
it. I would love it. You know,
That'd
him.
be- I mean, you keep going the way you are, man. I think
Uh,
you'd have it because that
let's see. MJF. You know, he's out
he would
here.
tear you up.
He's one of the
He'd
biggest.
beat you up.
He's one of the biggest
win.
heels. You know.
He'd win.
Hey, as long as I get to say I faced him,
You'd
that's all
lose to
that
him though.
matters. Maybe.
I like.
Okay, here's a long shot. Maybe never happen. Me versus Z.
Like me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, no, I don't.
Why?
I can't hurt this pretty face.
Oh, so you're saying I would hurt you? That's what you're saying?
Fact. No, Doug's.
That's what you just said. It not
Doug's,
me. You said
Doug's
it.
actually been threatening me to get me in the ring. Like he's like, you're too big. Why are you not in the ring? Because I do better running my mouth than getting hit.
And that's why I do it. But let me see. But just as like a dream match, I'd like to see in general, would be I know it probably never happened, but Shawn Michaels versus Styles.
That I think that's everybody's wet dream match.
You know, just I feel like they would have a really good match.
Shawn Michaels now or Shawn Michaels in its prime?
You know, his prime self. I'd say.
No.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Can we get Shawn Michaels that faced the Undertaker not once but twice? Can we get that Shawn Michaels? Because that was still a good Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, that was
I don't know
Yeah.
if I want fucking
prime.
Planet of the Apes Shawn Michaels.
Planet of the Apes.
Hey Z, I caught your private chat, and yeah, they are. So why don't you go ahead and take the next question? I think I got something stirred up for number 10. So go ahead and take the next
So
one whenever you're ready, man.
Are you talking about the worst injuries in the room?
Yeah,
Or the ring? Okay.
That's what I'm talking about, sir.
So, you know, you are a crazy competitor in that ring. You are like a Spider-Man. I get the name Shrapnel after watching you wrestle this past weekend. You were all over that ring, coming in multiple directions. With that kind of wrestling style, have you seen any injuries or come across any injuries in your career so far? And what are things you may be looking out for going further? Because you do have a dream to shoot for the stars going for Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. So I have had injuries. In shows, like in actual shows, I've hurt myself. One time where I knocked the wind out of myself. I had my elbow dig into my side, bruise up my stomach and ribs pretty bad. You know, almost shattered my elbow in the middle of the ring. I've had a few concussions doing this. You know, I think one of my worst injuries though was during practice, during training. I was training and I went to do a split leg moonsault and hit my landed on the top of my head in the corner of the ring.
Oh,
There's no give there, none whatsoever. So I'm in training. I land, and I hear my neck pop, and all I was thinking as I'm laying there is I broke my neck. But come to find out, I didn't. Just gave myself a bad concussion. So
Concussions are no fun.
no, they're not.
Those, as somebody that's injured, I've shattered my hands a couple times. But a concussion almost is worse than like breaking a bone, in my opinion.
Yeah. What else? And then I did Muay Thai for a while. Muay Thai kickboxing.
I can see that. Okay.
And when I was sparring with someone and I came down, landed on my knee, pulled some ligaments in my left knee, and was out for about 2 months or so. So that really sucked. But some things I'm watching out for are, trying not to get any more concussions. Let's pray.
Everybody's dream.
Yeah. and just making sure that like I'm really precise and landing properly and doing everything I'm supposed to do to not hurt myself. Because, like I said, I've had multiple reconstructive surgeries on both feet, so the slightest move could potentially end my career, and I don't want that. So
now, this is a follow-up question. Sorry, Dave. I'm gonna steal a
Sure.
little bit because with that being said, with the past injuries going forward, like how does a shrapnel workout look at? Are you taking inspiration from guys like? So I know I'm still a round guy. When you saw me, I'm a pretty big guy. I'm a hefty cat, but I actually do a lot of DDP yoga. Is there anything of that nature, like keeping yourself mobility and all that stuff? Who are you taking inspiration outside of that?
I'm just it's kind of been like my own thing, like just what I usually do on my own. So like when I was coming up and stuff, I would always go and train a lot. So I'd always stay active and move around and stuff. So I'm keeping my body loose and all my limbs loose. So so my muscles don't tighten up on me. So when I get in the ring, I'm not taking the chance of really hurting myself. So
That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
It just popped in my head. Like I had to ask that question because
no problem.
that's become a very big thing in the wrestling world now. Is a lot of wrestlers are leaning into other wrestlers and learning from them from the beatings their bodies took and really helping out the younger wrestlers on understanding how to take just the slightest thing and progress it to maximize the impact on your body so you're not damaging your body in the long run. Look at Edge, look at Daniel Bryan, all these guys coming back, the potential Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels made his return, like all from serious injuries that ended their career. And it seems like they're getting back that knowledge right now. And I was just curious. So thank you for answering.
No problem.
Yeah, and it's very important, even at any age. I mean, and sometimes depends on what type of facilities you have to work with, in space to work with. Getting to stretch even after your match is done, or when you're done with any type of physical activity is very important too. And yeah, I don't practice what I preach about 90% of the time because I'm always up doing other stuff right after I'm done with my match. But I should really take time, and that's really come to kind of bite me in places I don't like to be bit. But or I don't like being bit. Period. Usually, but um, just saying. Um, but I just thought of the question that I had actually I was supposed to ask here, and I'll just ask this because I already talked about leading into today. Um, these Rancho to tonight. You've already had some success, in just shy of 5 years. Now, as far as like whatever goals that you have, if you win getting getting your name out there and potentially winning more titles, but would you say that with the first championship you won, will that always remain that as probably your greatest title win ever, or would you think another title one would overcome that if you encounter that in the future?
When I won my first title, I was not expecting to do it at that time. I really wasn't. I would say 3 years, 2.5, 3 years in the business when I won my first title, and I was not expecting to win it like that soon, honestly. But I would say it's going to be towards the top. I say the only thing that could probably top it would be a major company win title.
I can respect. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can respect that. Of course.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only thing else that would top it.
Right.
But yeah, and when I won my first title, I had my mom and dad, and little brother actually there with me when I did it. So it was really fun. So
yeah, I just think I mean you're which I believe was the IWA Productions lightweight title.
yes, it was.
Yeah, and that's a good group out of Mount Vernon too, and Mount Vernon, Illinois. And then, of course, currently, it's kind of ironic here, because 1 year ago I've had the same title that you're holding, which is the WPW United States Championship. So,
Yeah, I did have that. I lost it to Benjamin Trust last WPW show, unfortunately.
Benjamin Trust. That's a great name.
Right. So, wow.
Yeah.
Well, well. I'll tell you what. Well, hey, still sky's the limit, man. You never know what you're going to come across, and as far as like that, yeah. I mean, I'll always remember my title win, but it's definitely not my greatest because it was a tag team title win. With my partner who's no longer in the business, hasn't been in the business for like 17 years plus, but and I'm actually older than him, so. I guess his drive wasn't really that great for it, but you definitely remember some remarkable things and accomplishments, and definitely, like I said, sky's the limit, man. You never know what could happen. So, as my mouse keeps jumping around here, I got to find out where I'm going.
See, that'd be me. I'd want to win the tag team titles and just be done with it. The tag teams have always been my favorite thing. Like, yes, I know the Holy Grail is the big heavyweight title, but like I've never looked at wrestling that way.
Yeah. Well, how about we get the powers to be at IEW create a 24/7 title that you could like win it for like a night?
Dude, yes, I will totally hold that 24/7 title all day. Yes. Yes.
By the way, terrible idea. Don't do it.
No, it's a great idea.
No, don't. Do not do it.
I will take a damn pin in the middle of a Starbucks or something. I don't care. Let me be all dressed up, like ordering a freaking mocha latte, the whitest basic white chick thing you could think of, and then take a pin.
Which is about half.
Oh my god, it'd be so amazing.
Oh,
I love it. Let's show WWE how to make the 205 title actually cool.
Can you see that, like the current champion ordering something, and then Z is behind the counter, all disguised. He's the actual secret barista. It comes from behind the counter, rolls him up, and then runs.
I have friends at companies, man. We can totally do like a Cricket Wireless thing. Like, it'd have to be my hometown, but still, I'm in.
Oh my god,
it'd be so much fun. It's so dumb. I love it.
What? Oh my gosh.
No, I'm just gonna watch those two girls fight, and I'll just take the pin.
Oh my god. Dude, how many times you probably hear this if you saw that match?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Dude, I just took a drink. You're an asshole.
Oh crap. Yeah, that would be I'm sorry, that's having GQ and even in a feud was a challenge. So because I had to fight him and kill him, but
almost knocked the camera over.
So, like I say, you've had about 10 promotions you worked for. You've been across 5 different states here. Is there any particular like funny road stories you could share, or even a fan experience that you've had while you're on the road that's something that stuck with you so far?
When I went down to Houston, Texas, actually, I went down with a few other wrestlers, and it was, yeah, you heard the stories, Ruby.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, there are some stories. I went down to this promotion, and when we got down there, it was in like I want to say, we went down this alleyway. And I kid you not, when we showed up, it looked like it was a junkyard outside. It looked like a junkyard. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But I've seen the place. There's other promotions that run out of it. The Houston, the Houston Premier Arena, B Arena, or whatever it's called, something like that.
Oh,
and
gosh.
There's promotions that actually packed the house. But this promotion, I kid you not, we went down there, and there was like, I would say a total of maybe 15, 20 people in attendance.
Mm.
That night, I ended up getting a concussion that night, actually. So,
Mm.
I know.
Dang.
And then,
bad.
and then a fan experience. There's this so at some local shows I do, there's this little girl. She's in a wheelchair. And she made me a little like a picture or something with the logo and my name on it. It's really cool. Like, I can go grab it if you want to see it.
Heck yeah, let's see it.
Okay,
Man.
give me 1 second. I'll grab it.
Yeah, cool deal. Because I want to see something. Because I mean, I've had some people make artwork for me, and then also with some.
Oh, here we go. I got it right here. See?
Dude,
Oh, that's
that
cool.
is sweet.
I love
have
it.
Like
It's
that.
the greatest color there is, purple, so I respect that even more.
I love it, man. You know, when they gave this to me, I was in awe, for real. Like,
Dude.
first time a fan's ever did something like that for me. So
Heck
That's
yeah, man.
that's killer, man. That's super sweet.
Shoot, if
Yeah.
anything else, that logo needs to go on a shirt. Or I mean, I know that when you travel, you have like different merchandise,
Yep.
up with, and of all the purple shirts that you have. I mean,
Yep.
you need like
Yeah.
a purple shirt with the white logo with that print on it, and
Yeah. I plan on using that logo for future designs in the future. So
nice.
And it has an origin place. Look how beautiful it is. I
yeah.
respect you. Respecting the past and where you came from. I get it. I love it. You have a good spirit, my friend.
Yeah, which I'm going to inquire here shortly here as far as like because I got gear. I mean, I got because of all things, GQ has got shirts now of his gear
Nobody cares.
on ProWrestlingTees.com, and I'm like,
Does he really?
probably, yes, he does.
I am very happy for you. I'm, like, as much as I made the shitty comment just a minute ago, like, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So he's got a link out there, but then I'm also going to be trying to get mine distributed out there for those who can't make the shows and want a shirt. Just get it through Pro Wrestling Tees. And then also one of those tees is going to be a Falls Count Everywhere shirt.
Yeah. We're getting
So
a
you
shirt.
get support the podcast, support what we do, and hey, if I can get them to do the outline, shoot, I'll buy one. Heck yeah, I'll support myself. Yeah,
I'll support myself.
yeah, I'll support myself.
I mean, I'm the only one that has my shirt so far, so does that count?
Oh, I know, right? I know. I think, yeah, we'll have to dig into that. So, I mean, it's definitely something I like to do, and of course, that's something to remember by, especially.
So Nick says you gave yourself a concussion in Houston.
Yes, I did give myself the concussion, unfortunately.
So you can't blame it on anybody else. You're the
No.
idiot.
It was actually it was on me. So what happened is I was in the a fatal 5-way or something like that? Six or five. It was a 6-way or a 5-way, one of those two. And I got eliminated, and I went to roll out the ring, and when I did, I hit the edge of the stairs.
Oh, so that's where the
God.
stair came from.
Damn.
Yeah.
Watch out
Hit
for
the corner of a stair in the side of my head, and had a big old knot on it. So
Oh yeah. I think
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
yeah.
so. I guess this is what he said. Tell him to watch out for
So
tables.
tables and then
Oh
stairs.
yes, I do remember that concussion too. Speaking of it,
Ew.
I'm so sorry.
yeah, that was at a WPW show. I was fighting Tommy Davis, and I went to go for a big suicide dive over the top rope, and missed completely. Hit the table, folded myself over the table, and came down head first on some hardwood floor. So
Oh God.
He ramjetted that son bitch.
yeah, scorpion myself bad.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry, buddy.
We got to roll
it
that
happens.
moss here, everybody. Just go ahead and smack yourself down.
Oh, poor Mad Cat. He's actually really good wrestler.
Oh my god, yeah, but no, that was a bad. If you saw Elimination Chamber, that was
I
horrible.
did.
I've watched that fucking clip multiple times now.
Yeah, seen that. It was. Ooh.
Yeah, look, Mom, no protection.
Oh,
Oh my. So I think Z, you've got the next one, man. I think I may have something else after what you asked, but we'll see. But go ahead, brother.
Okay, so as you travel all these different promotions and stuff, what do you what do you want wrestling fans to remember you by, and what's the perception you want to push out there, my friend?
what do I want wrestling fans to remember me by? Well, I want them to remember me by how much passion and heart I leave inside the ring. Because when I'm in there, it's just like I feed off of them. So all their cheers and them getting behind me just really helps, and like it just takes me to a whole nother level. And outside the ring, I love interacting with the fans. So anytime they see me, they can come up, say hi. I even go up to them and say hi. But I just I love the fans. That's one of the main reasons I'm doing it, is because I love to help them. Because the way I think of it is like multiple people's told me this. We're giving those people a break from their reality. That 2-3 hours, however long the show is, we're giving them a break. They don't think about the bad stuff that happened that week or this or that. They're just there to have fun and watch some good wrestling. So I love that, and I wanted to know that even if you have you grow up with injuries or something, it doesn't have to stop you. It doesn't mean you can't do what you love to do. I know that's very generic and everyone says it, but like,
I mean, it's true. Everybody says it because it's a fact, my dude.
yeah.
Like it's life. It's how we live. If you dream it, you can do it. You can believe it. You can have it.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you say how like you want to be the guy that lets wrestling fans get away, because that's exactly why I think I'm not trying to cross boundaries and speak for both you and Ruby, but I think that's why we all fell in love with the business in the first place, is because it just gave us this release of life. Because I know for a fact, for my own health and the way I've lived, wrestling was my just as soon as wrestling turned on, there went the negative.
Yeah,
Wrestling was my world.
I would say wrestling is like my therapy session, you know. So
I call it my cocaine habit, but continue.
Oh no, wrestling's my therapy session. So if I go there, I can release whatever I need to release inside the ring. It just helps me clear my mind and stuff. So I just lay it all out there.
From watching it to being there and being in the ring and stuff and having those moments, and I don't get to have the action side of it. I agree with you 100%. It's just a release, and I inhale every moment that I am around wrestling. If it's me watching, me at the venue as a fan, or me as a sitting there at the table running my mouth. So I feel that, brother. Much love for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, wrestling definitely is an escape from reality, especially whether if you're going to the show or just putting it out, as a worker, putting on a show for the fans, or if you're a fan, going to watch the show and just indulge yourself in the entertainment, indulge yourself in, just getting behind the guys that are putting their bodies at risk for you. So so one other thing here that some little impromptu here is kind of, what would you choose? And I rarely ever do this, but I just kind of figure with a young guy like you probably have a choice or whatever. It just depends. It can be, don't have to be on a show day. It can be just any other day. But kind of give you a choice with two things, and or even like something the best out of. So let's see. Pizza or pasta?
Pizza or pasta? Pizza for sure.
Yeah, it's probably better to handle too when you're on the road, right?
Yeah.
Trust me, I know Fat Man's rule on that. So I mean, I know that.
Yeah, I'm over here like neither.
Let's see. Best energy drink.
Best energy drink? Well, my favorite's Red Bull, honestly.
Bang bang.
Hey. Let's see. Favorite soda.
Favorite soda? Mountain Dew.
Drink one.
Straight flavor, or do you have a particular flavor?
If I had to, the original one's all right, but if I had to choose like the best one, I'd say Baja Blast.
Oh yes, thank you, thank you. Yes, they need to keep bottling that throughout the year instead of making it seasonal. But no, we got to go to Taco Bell to get the watered down version. Bull crap. So yeah. Oh my god.
I'll drink soda.
Hamburger or hot dog?
Oh, look, yeah, I'd do, yeah, burger.
It depends.
Not just because he said so. Okay,
it
Not
depends.
just-
Actually, it depends because the hot dog there's a lot of these freaks out there making hot dogs like multiple thousands of different ways right now. Like,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, it does depend, but I'd say overall, I'd have to go burger.
Yeah, burger for sure. Favorite potato chip
Potato chip.
or just chip? It don't have to be potato.
I would say either the Doritos spicy nacho
Oh, that's a good one.
or the Lay's dill pickle.
Wow, dill pickle.
that is a good one, but I'm a Frito guy.
You're free. I love corn chips. I mean, for one, for dipping, and two, I love those mofos in my chili. I love them in my chili.
Hy-Vee also has so the grocery store around me is called Hy-Vee. I don't know if you guys have it down there. You guys have like Schnucks and stuff, but they have a dill pickle pretzel sticks that are to die for.
Dill pickle pretzel sticks.
Oh, they're awesome.
Ew.
I will next time I come down to St. Louis, Ruby. I will bring you a bag. I promise you. Next show you and I are at together. I'll bring you a bag, and they're fire, bro.
Dang. All right. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? You know, the kid in me wants to say The Lion King. No, for real.
Nothing
Like,
wrong with
I love
that.
that
Nothing wrong with
movie.
Ain't
I love
nothing
that
wrong with
movie.
it.
But I'd say the adult version of me, I would have to go with let's see, you know. I love Jim Carrey in The Mask, you know.
Oh, wow,
Yes.
that's a good one too.
I love
is
that
mine.
movie.
The Goonies.
Oh, The Goonies is a really good one too, you know.
Favorite movie of all time.
Sandlot.
Sandlot's good.
Yeah.
I like Sandlot. But
What's
yeah,
yours, Dave? Come on. Ooh.
go ahead.
That's the second time I've done it. Ruby.
No, go ahead.
What's your favorite movie, Ruby?
Oh my god.
This is like a round table. Like, well, you can't just give this to him because
Oh my
this is
goodness. I tell you, you know, as far as like childhood, would have to been it's a tie between Ghostbusters and Back to the Future one. But if there's a go-to movie I can watch endlessly, and if it's my go-to just to have a movie on, Tin Cup.
Oh, good one. Good one, actually. I do like the Tin Cup. My childhood is Land Before Time.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Land Before Time. Wow.
Yeah, that's a really good one too.
Ruby has no clue what that is.
There's music.
What?
Yeah, I know what that is.
I was about to say, you're older than me and you don't know what Land Before Time is? Whoa!
I know what the Land Before Time is. I've seen the commercials for that.
I've seen the
Commercials. Get out of here.
You gotta watch the movie. It's such a good movie.
Yeah,
Get
well,
out of here.
I can't say I've ever seen it though. That's
Uh-huh.
I can't say that I have.
Put it on your bucket list.
Shoot. So if you're listening to music, what genre of music is usually playing on your phone?
Me, I would say personally I'm a rap person or hip like rap or pop, one of those two. But I'm more of the 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, Eminem. I'm more of the old style. So a few of the newer people I like are NF. NF's one of the best.
NF is the shit.
Oh my god, NF, like literally I listen to every song he has. But I'd
I'm a
say
blues funk kid. I want the blues and the funk.
okay.
But if you listen to my playlist, Ruby, I'll blow your mind because you'll be from like Taylor Swift to Slipknot. It's it's messed up. My playlist is so messed up. It's not funny. And I want to take you in between. We're gonna get some sea shanties in there. We're gonna be like, working on the railroad kind of music, and then like deep blues.
Oh.
My playlist is a bipolar playlist to music. I'm just telling you, it's terrible.
What about you, Ruby?
Oh man, well, it's kind of hard to ask a DJ that's been who started DJing before he got into wrestling. So
AC/DC all day. I feel it.
Oh my gosh. But if I had a go-to genre, it's a tie between the 70s and the 80s.
Really? Like what's style? Like 780s? What are you talking about? Hair metal?
I'm talking
disco,
like rock or pop usually with that.
Oh, Ruby with the pop. So you're listening to like Madonna getting down.
Well, there's other 80s artists too. There's
I had this segment went far wall on that.
You're panning me into like my go-to jam is Material Girl. I don't think so.
Alan, make it happen.
No,
I've heard you sing Michael Jackson. I don't know what pop star you want.
Shoot. Yeah, but it's a very diversified list with that. I forgot where else I was going to go with that. with as far as with my next question, maybe I'm just kind of out. I thought I had more. I had a thought, but now you threw me off with this whole.
Hey, this was fun. I'm enjoying this. Keep going. Like, pull some more out. Like, this is a fun moment.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I got one for you.
Here we go.
Okay, no, go ahead.
Corey had one of her favorite hockey team. If you have one, Shrapnel.
Oh, I'm not a big hockey person.
What?
I'm not. I'm sorry.
Kick him out.
Sorry. I'm not a big hockey person.
Okay, so
what's your favorite sport?
What's your favorite sport?
Your favorite team?
Yeah.
Favorite sport to watch? Football.
And your team?
Kansas City Chiefs.
Thank you. It was the Rams until Kroenke.
Oh no, born and raised Chiefs all day.
I don't like football, so
kick him out, Ruby. Kick him out.
Hold on. When I was a kid, it was the Cowboys because of Emmitt Smith. Okay, I'm a huge Emmitt Smith fan.
Okay.
So I'll be honest. Now, if I had to watch football, I'm back in the Cleveland Browns because I'm named after the greatest fucking wrestler there is. You know what I'm saying? How you doing?
Oh my goodness.
He hit the how you doing. Oh
my gosh.
Oh boy. Okay.
Wow. No, it's for me though, I mean I could, if Phil's hockey, obviously I'm at the Blues. If it's baseball, it's the Cardinals, I'm not really much into football unless you bring the XFL back and they bring back my Battlehawk. So
did you hear that they're like supposedly like partnering with the NFL? Did you see that?
I heard about something like that as far as like with the rules and regulations, but I hope that doesn't stop them from coming back next year in 2023. I know we're going to have the USFL in April, and that's going to be interesting. The 8 original teams coming back. I can't wait to see that. But
Wait,
I'm
man,
really
they're bringing
looking
another
forward to
football
XFL.
company back?
Is it
Bring
what?
back the AFL, and I'll start watching football again. Bring back
Oh,
the AFL.
But
Bring
there's
back,
got to be some arena football somewhere.
bring back the goddamn AFL when it was awesome, and I could watch the freaking who are they?
Iowa Barnstormers.
Yeah, the Barnstormers. Kill it. Like, I miss the AFL when it was awesome. When football actually mattered. When it was a shorter arena, it was more hits, more lingerie football is harder than any NFL player can hit. Just saying.
Yeah. No.
That's right. I said lingerie football league is way better than the NFL. You seen those chicks play football? They hit hard.
Yeah. The lingerie football. Yeah.
That's a real thing.
Yeah. I've seen it, but I was there, like Playboy, I'm there for the articles, so,
And those chicks be hitting hard, man. Knocking women out. Fine. Okay, so back to the questionnaire thing. We've talked about the football sports thing. Who was, we're going to have two here. Who was your favorite wrestler in the past? And who is your current favorite wrestler now, my dude? Who's your guy?
Oh, you're really throwing a tough question at me. I've had a lot of favorite wrestlers.
We all have.
But no, I'd say, like I said, one that stuck with me back then, it has to be Eddie.
Yeah.
Hey, Ric Flair was my dude in the 90s. Eddie was my 2000s. The Miz is mine now. So,
I would say, okay. If the 90s, I would say, let's see. I would either have to go with, if I got to pick one, let's see. Probably Savage.
Oh,
that's a good pick.
Man.
That's a good pick. Savage is the shit.
Yeah. Randy Savage,
Oh, yeah.
And then now my current favorite superstar. Oh, if I had to pick now. He's probably a dark horse pick, okay? Probably not very many's gonna say him. I would say Dolph.
Dolph is stupendous.
Yeah, he's
Dolph is underrated in my opinion.
Underrated.
Dolph is too underrated. He deserves so much more than what he has right now.
So then who's your company right now?
My company right now? Oh, see that's...
See, I'm going out of my way trying to find Impact shows because that's who I want to watch is Impact right now. I love AEW, don't get me wrong, but
yeah, I love
Impact's...
AEW, but my opinion is they should have kept it the way it was the first year and a half. They should have kept it like that, where they don't bring in all these older big name stars. Yes, I understand you're trying to get your ratings up and boost this and that. But you wanted to be this new company that wanted to bring in all this younger talent and push this young talent, make them big stars. But now they got so many different things like WWE. It's just they got people on the back burner just sitting back there wasting talent. And it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. That's with WWE. I understand NXT. Okay, NXT is their own thing now. They've branded off that with Gargano, Ciampa. Back in the day when they had Neville, Dallas, Breeze, Zayn, Owens, all them. Yes, they got to build their characters, but then they move them to the main roster and stuff, and they don't go nowhere. They get wasted. It's they just sit in the back in catering, not do anything. It's just you're going to talk about how you're going to bring up all these. You're going to be the next big promotion to bring up all the young talent. But then you bring in Big Show, Mark Henry, Sting, and all these other people. I understand that, they're Hall of Famers and icons and stuff, but like you personally said, hey, we're trying to build the next generation. Doesn't make sense to me, in my opinion.
I think that's why I'm going for it. I'm just, dude. Ever since Impact got off of Twitch, which it hates me. I hate it. I hate it that I can't watch Impact now on Twitch on Thursday nights. I strive to find more Impact, man. I like
Yeah.
because like they're the ones that like them
Yeah.
and NWA. I think are giving us the truest form of this balance between veteran
and young talent.
And they're the only two companies that are really holding that true balance. So those are the two companies that I strive to watch. Now, of course, I like AEW over WWE, but
yeah,
those are the two.
I'm the same way. You know, it's just I like yes, I get like you're gonna always have your big name stars that are gonna make your headlines. I understand that, but you don't need to use them every show.
Yeah.
Give people like for AEW, for example, like they just signed freaking Sky Blue out of Chicago back at All Out or whatever it was before.
And she's amazing.
All In or whatever it is. And I watched her in the Indies. I watched her on Dark, and then they finally Tony Khan comes out and gives her a contract. Now she's back on Dark. She ain't doing nothing. For example. And then for other talents, you have like who else is there? There's you got Lee Morton and all them. Like I understand you're gonna have like your older guys, kids and stuff like that, like the second generation, third generation superstars come up. But like you wanted to make all these other people big names. It's like I just don't understand it for real. Doesn't make sense to me.
I think with AEW somewhat too, you have the balance of like guys still getting their stripes.
Yeah.
So you have to take that into consideration too, with the likes of Daniel Bryan and all those Bryan Danielson, John Moxley, all those guys being on there. That necessarily, I'm with you 100%. I don't want to see them all the time. I want to see the Lee Martins. I want to see the Anna Jays, the Jungle Boys. Even though I'm actually over. I will be the first person to say I was a huge Jurassic Express fan. I'm over it. Let's move on. I'm over the whole thing. But I want to see those newer guys really get their faces out there. But I understand the stripe method. You have to let them get their stripes first, and they can't, So I still think AEW is the better main program.
Yes, I do. I believe I'm 100% agree with you on that.
So, Corey, would you prefer AEW over New Japan?
Are we talking AEW now in New Japan now, or are we talking like?
Yes.
Okay, in that point, yes, AEW now. Personally,
I'm going New Japan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're both they both have got some great talent. I mean,
but I've always been a high fan of New Japan and what they bring and how they bring their style, and the more I don't know, when you watch their wrestling, there's more of this respect given to the ring where the crowd doesn't say anything during the spots and stuff. Like it's more I don't know how to explain it. Just something about the New Japan feel and stuff it really draws me to it. And then also I'm a huge Okada fan, so
yeah. Okada, Ospreay, man.
Will Ospreay is like literally one of my favorite. I want to see a Seth Rollins Will Ospreay match so bad it's not fun.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
Absolutely.
Open that forbidden door, Tony Khan.
Exactly. Oh my gosh! Or get him his old gear back and go back as Tyler Black, but whatever the case may be, let's see it happen.
I actually have to say I talking about character development over the years from Tyler Black, I think I like the Seth Rollins character way more than I ever did the Tyler Black character.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I like Tyler Black and like he was that dedicated, hard workhorse of a wrestler, really put spots on, but I'm sorry, I don't care what you say or anyone says. The drip Seth Rollins with the suits coming out every week, and he's really making his own stamp on wrestling, and I respect that.
Yeah.
People always called him the next Shawn Michaels or this and that. He was like, no, I want to be the first Seth Rollins. I can respect that he's actually doing that.
Yep.
Right, exactly. But I don't mind that gimmick either, but can we please at least cut out half of those laughs he does all the freaking time, please? It's not annoying.
No.
Nails on a freaking
I love him. I
chalkboard.
love to laugh.
He's almost just like Chad Gable, and Chad Gable's one of my favorite things on Raw right now. And his like, sheesh. Brilliant. Like, let them just. I enjoy it. That they're bringing back. They're really so. I'm a heel heavy fan, like a bad guy fan. I like the bad guys. I've never really been for the good guys. So to see these guys really bring back some of like the old techniques of like just dirtying it up and pissing you off. Like if that man would shush me in the crowd, I'd want to smack the shit out of him. So like, it's just a beautiful thing in my opinion.
Yeah, I get it, man. But well, man, we've been on here for a good while here. I just wanted to I decided I wanted to improv a little bit here because we've gotten through our questions here so quickly, and it's good to have this banter here though because we rarely ever get that, and it's.
I think this kind of thing needs to become a thing. We do like six questions, 7 questions, 8, whatever it may be, and then do something like this. Like this is beautiful. Like Shrapnel, it's been a pleasure to have you.
Oh, pleasure being here, man. You know.
Yeah, man. It's So I'll tell you what. Before we close out here tonight, could you tell us, if your upcoming shows here, where people can find you on social media, and anything else that they're looking for Shrapnel merchandise? Where can they find it, man?
Yes. For upcoming shows, I have a show this Saturday. Actually, Mount Vernon, Illinois. It's for IWA Productions. I'll be in attendance there. I am. We run last Saturday of every month, actually. There. So, but what? So, and then my next show after that will be March 5th in Alton, Illinois for PWE, Pro Wrestling Epic.
Oh, I was hoping I get a seat for IEW.
No, unfortunately, not then. So.
Yeah.
And then for merchandise wise, if you ever come to a show, I always have merch with me. And if there's something we don't have and you want something, you can always let us know and we'll get it for you. So
yeah,
and then I want a Shrapnel chicken finger.
I'll see what I could do. I'm no Santa Claus, but I can see what I could do.
No, that's gonna be at the concession stand for every show now. Shrapnel's chicken fingers.
Do I get a cut of the money that they make?
Yeah, you get $1.
$1 off every one they sell. All right, I'll deal.
That's quite funny, actually. I kind of like that idea.
Yeah. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. Well, we gotta talk to Granite City next time. If you go to come to the Granite City show, there's Shrapnel's chicken fingers.
Yeah, and then places they can find me on Facebook. You could just look up Shrapnel. I have my own page on there.
Cool.
Instagram, it's Shrapnel1, and then Twitter, Shrapnel_1.
Okay.
So, and then I plan on eventually getting YouTube up as Shrapnel, so where you could find matches and whatever else you want.
He says Shrapnel is a fan of the kendo. He just met it last show.
Yes, Dell. Yes, I did. Unfortunately.
Oh man, yeah, that's like those.
Unfortunately,
nice
no.
Oh man, but hey, like I said, it's great chatting with him. Great we got this insight. Like I said, going back to seeing you about 4 years ago, coming down and helping me out, being part of my talent on my roster, trying to guide that's running with the head cut off, trying to make it somewhat of a decent show, and then all the way up until now. I mean, you're plugging in, you're getting your work in, and getting your name out there in the promotion. So it's great to have you on here tonight, and I really appreciate you taking the time with us here.
Yes, no problem.
Yeah.
Anytime. If you guys ever want me back, just let me know.
It was
Awesome,
definitely
man.
a fun one.
Yeah, best of luck to you here for IWA and PWE, and hope to see you, in the future. When we come cross paths again, maybe IEW. I think is April 2nd. I don't know if you'll be able to get on that or not, but
We'll see. We'll see. I think I might be booked that day,
yeah,
that
like I
week.
said,
I got a pretty hectic schedule this year. Last year it wasn't so hectic, but start of this year I've had multiple companies hit me up and want to bring me in. So
Well, with that being said, then let's talk about that real quick about the effect of COVID that had happened on you and stuff in your wrestling game and how we are now. Like, are you booking more because after COVID, or
I am booking a lot more after COVID because I used to live in Kansas City, Missouri, like I mentioned earlier. Now I live in Illinois, Southern Illinois, and I moved down here August 1st, 2020, and I moved down here because this is where I mainly wrestle in the Illinois, Southern Illinois, this region, and I'm starting to pan back into the Missouri, and now I'm going to Kansas. April 9th, I'll be in Kansas for a new promotion that's coming on in
cool.
Perry, Kansas. So I'll be out there. And then I'll be in St. Louis eventually because I'm in talks with working with MMWA. And then I'm trying to get on a bunch of other promotions too because I'm just trying to make this a full-time thing. So
There you go, man. There you go. But yeah, but best of luck to you, and we appreciate you coming on here tonight, and we definitely look forward to seeing you down in the future, and just hit it hard, man, and hit it as often as you can, because like I said, the time flies for everybody. You got to make the best of it. So, but good talking with you, man. I appreciate you coming on once again.
yep.
All right, Z, any of your final words?
you know where you can find me at We Talk Wrestling on Facebook. We also have Ruby and I. It's sporadic. It's every here and there. We will get on our own personal YouTube pages and stream. I think you stream through the False Count Everywhere page, don't you? Or
Yep.
so you
Yeah.
fall you and then I stream on myself, which is I don't remember the name, to be honest with you. I think you can find me as I don't remember my own YouTube page now.
Wow.
Hold on. Let me look it up.
We're gonna have to look it up here. Hold up here. Give us some time. We'll give Z a little bit of time to start.
Why did I forget my own?
I love the noise.
Where am I? Where is my head?
So it should be under the Gym City Mouth Zmiz YouTube page, and it might be under Mr. Big Dog because I went after that for a little bit, like
Mr. Big Dog.
Mr. Big Dog. But no, Gym City Mouth Zmiz, and we play some video games and talk trash and talk wrestling and stuff there. But you can mainly find me on We Talk Wrestling. I also have Instagram and Twitter and TikTok. So I'm a little bit everywhere.
Yeah. Well, the link is False Count Everywhere here on Facebook. Look for False Count Everywhere on YouTube. We actually have a Twitter account that I barely ever touch, but it's at FCE Podcast. And I guess we got to start tweeting out our shows more. Maybe we'll get a
yes. Twitter's amazing. I talked to Kevin.
Yeah.
Speaking of Twitter, okay. So the fanboy in me, ready? The fanboy in me. I posted on We Talk Wrestling actually. My buddy posted a thing about I don't remember the promotion. It was out of Chicago. The promotion Karrion Kross or Killer Kross did a lot of work for, right?
Yeah.
And he tagged him in it, and I'm like, this is the Killer Kross that we all missed and loved when he was with that other promotion. Not only did he like that, he tweeted me back with a thank you. And so I had a little interaction with Killer Kross on Twitter. So that's the great thing about Twitter is you can have it might have been a publicity thing of one of his like people tweeting for him, whatever, but made me sure the fuck feel good.
Yeah. There you go. Well, like I said, we appreciate everybody that's came on here tonight. We'll brief in the green here just a tad bit, but then, but hey, tune in next week, same time, same day. We will be back on again Tuesday night, and we'll see who comes on with episode number 66 of the Falls County World Podcast
66.
next week. Yeah, that's right, 66, man. It's a
Getting
good
close.
number.
We better get a good 69er.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, we don't know. We don't know who we're going to have for that episode, but anyway. But for Zmiz and, of course, our guest Shrapnel, I am Rough Cut Rick Ruby. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next week. Thanks again for tuning in to tonight's episode of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. Don't forget our friends at the following: Outside the Ring STL, the Searcher and Hide podcast, and We Talk Wrestling. The Falls Count Everywhere podcast is an LTX Enterprises production.